What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing them the bacon NBA DFS video for Saturday, March 9th. We are back, a 6-game slate yet again. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at it. If you've never been here before, hopefully you're in for a treat. If you've been here before, you know the drill. So, big shout out to everyone who checked the video out yesterday, everyone who subscribed to the YouTube channel, everyone who signed up on the website. Big shout out to everybody. Now, on top of everything, we're always trying to have a giveaway. So there's 2 ways to win a giveaway. Super easy, and it's completely free. So all you got to do, if you find this video at all helpful, like it, be a subscriber, and leave a comment for the comment picker. If we get 50 likes on a video, someone will win a free week of content. That's a free week of MLB when it comes. As of right now, it's NBA, PGA, NASCAR. Once MLB starts, it'll be MLB as well. If we get 100 likes, we'll have a chance to have a giveaway to someone for a free month. 125 likes is a free year, and 150 or more likes is a lifetime pass worth $500. The other way to do it, like this video, be a subscriber, and tell me who is going to score the most amount of DraftKings fantasy points on this slate, and how many fantasy points will they score. Whoever gets it closest without going over will win a free week of content. If you get it exactly correct, you will win a free year. Now, we have not had someone win it exactly, but we had someone the other day miss it by 0.25. So we are on the lookout for that first person that can get it that way. So that is the giveaway. 2 options too. FTA Plus on the website. For $24.99 a month, you can get sports betting and DFS for every single sport. For a yearly pass, normally $199. If you use the promo code MLBVIP, you will get a full year of all content for $75 using the promo code MLBVIP. And if you're looking for another one, if you're looking for a yearly pass, use the promo code VIP customer, all one word, all capital letters. You'll get a yearly pass for $99. But on top of that, 3 coupon codes left. You will get an extra year on top of that. And the third and final one, we have now partnered up with DFS Hero. So if you have not checked it out, they've got a fantastic optimizer. And in the link in the description, if you click that link and you sign up with DFS Hero, if you sign up over there for a monthly pass, we will give you a free month of all of our content, so FTA Plus. If you sign up for the yearly pass over at DFS Hero, we will give you a free year on top of that as well. So what we like to do, and what has been working for us, has been taking all of our information that we give you guys here, all of our projections we have on the website, and we plug that into their optimizer, and bam, it has been producing some amazing lineups. Some of you who have been here with us, let us know down below if you've done well. So yeah, we've been killing it. Our lineups that we've been making on these videos have been killing it as well. So at the end of this video, we are going to build you a DraftKings and Fanduel lineup. So stick around, but make sure to hit that like video on this video. I want it, this one, if this video can hit 150 likes, I will give away 3 lifetime passes. 3 lifetime passes if this gets 150 likes today. So let's make 3 people a winner. So that being said, again, there's 7 games on the day, 6 games on the main slate, and there's 1 early, which we're not going to cover. So let's just take a look at the Vegas odds real quick. So just looking at the games that are here, Nets versus Hornets, we've got the Nets as a 6-point favorite right now, which both of these teams aren't the best, but they are there. So we've got the Nets as a 6-point favorite right now. We've got Mavs versus Pistons. Mavs opened up as a 9-point favorite, so kind of watch this. But again, Detroit's been staying into some games, and we have definitely been able to see some value from some of those Detroit players. Celtics versus Suns. Celtics being a 6-point favorite, one of the best teams in the league right now. Spurs versus Warriors. We don't have a line yet. We do know Steph is out. I don't know if Wembanyama is going to be out, so this is definitely something to look at. We don't have a line for Jazz versus Nuggets. But I think this will fully expect this to be a high-scoring game as well. Then we got the Raptors versus Trailblazers. Raptors as a 1.5-point favorite right now. So this game's actually kind of close. Depending when you watch this video, maybe the lines have moved a little bit. And if they have, definitely check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Under the NBA tab, we do have a Vegas odds there. And hopefully it'll help you out a little bit. So just looking at the spread, you can kind of see Nets and Hornets. Again, like I said, they're not the best of teams, and the over-under shows it. 212.5 is not the best. You can find some players out of there that we like, but I do not like. That is a very low over-under. Mavs versus Pistons, 237.5 over-under, which I really like. Celtics, Suns, 228.5. And then we've got Raptors, Trailblazers, 224. So some good games here. There is a couple, one that might be a blowout, and then one that is a very low over-under, which I'm okay with. Again, I wouldn't stack in that game, but I would definitely be looking to build off of some of them, if that makes sense. So, by the time you watch this video, in the description of this video will not only be that DFS Hero link to sign up, but it'll be our Discord channel if you want to check out our Discord, and it'll be our article for the day. So the article, since there are at least 5 games on the slate, will have 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. Throughout the day, some of the news will break and some value will open up. So that is why I tell you to join the Discord, because every single day, about an hour-ish before lock, I'll throw out Fanduel and DraftKings core plays that we like, and then I'll throw out some value plays that we like on the slate. So again, value opens up throughout the day, especially on a slate like this where we see Luka is questionable, Booker is questionable, Curry is out, Brogdon is out, Ball is out. Like, these are going to open up value once shoot around goes around and news and notes come out. So that being said, let's look at what we've got. So I asked yesterday if you guys liked the way we did it, where I broke down like each position, some of the plays we liked, and I had a couple of people. I think I had one. Let's see. Someone was like, "I am pissed you gave a DK lineup that was pure fire last night, but I didn't play it." And you can come back, you can see it every single day. That is what we're gonna do. We're hopefully bringing you fire. We're trying to make you a better DFS player, but we're not trying to hold your hand. So there's a ton of tools that we have on the website that you can check out. If this video is all you need, that's completely fine. But we have so much more information. Vegas odds, we have our NBA bets, we have our simulations, we have the player trends, the fantasy points allowed by position, the chalk, the top plays. All of that is there. We're not going to cover everything in this video because it'd be like a 2-hour video. But on top of this, so we try to bring you what we can here, but we bring you more on the website as well. So that being said, let's just go here and we look at these games. Looking at Brooklyn versus Charlotte again. Not the highest over-under, but we still want to have some exposure here with Ball being out, with Mann being out, with Cam Johnson being out, Cam Thomas being questionable. It will open up value. Both the Bridges brothers I want to look at, Michael and Miles. Nick Claxton has a good matchup. There's just so many good plays. So his price is going up. Kind of let us down on Friday night. Has a good matchup here, though. It's a back-to-back. I understand it's a back-to-back. That is kind of what scares me a little bit. But just kind of seeing this, I'm still looking at him. The minutes are there. It just depends on if he's going to get exposure and he's going to actually take advantage of those minutes. So he's a cheaper option. 5,600. Grant Williams is a cheap option there. And that's kind of what I want to show you guys. So everyone knows, yes, Bridges, Claxton, but you guys don't need me to tell you to play those certain players. There's a reason that they're high priced. So we're trying to find you some value plays here or lower priced guys here. Nick Richards makes sense to me a little bit. Dorian Finney-Smith. We've got Lonnie Walker the fourth. These guys I'm looking at. Davis Bertans, we used him on Friday night. He was one of our value core plays. We want to go back to the well with this. Again, though, be cautious. This is a second game of a back-to-back. So like a Bertans at 4,500, how's he going to do on a second game of a back-to-back? We really don't know. But again, throughout the day, we'll open up that's when we'll know. We'll get some news out of there. So there are a lot of value plays that I like here. McGowan's is another one that I'm kind of curious on at 3,700. Yesterday we built a lineup with Revelia, I think it was. I'm trying to remember. Let's see Friday's lineup. Give me one second. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to find it real quick, and I'll let you know. And this is one of the lineups we build on the site. Sorry, it was for Memphis. It was Jake LaRavia. He was part of the lineup that we built on FanDuel yesterday in yesterday's video, and 5,300 went off for 34.1. He was part of the fire. So our lineup, Jordan Poole, 42.5 is not bad. At 6,900, it's okay. Vince Williams let us down, but Deontay Murray, 62.4. Brandon Miller started off slow but came back for 30.2. LaRavia, 34.1. David Avdija at 42.8. Naz Reid it helped that they went into OT, but Naz Reid at 51 fantasy points. So we've been building some fire lineups for you guys. Again, when we build these lineups, just mix and match. Do not feel like you have to copy and paste this. If this is the only lineup you guys make it your own a little bit too. I'm trying to help you. Again, I've been doing this for 10 plus years now. The website's been going strong. I'm here to help you guys. So any questions, get them down below. Hit me up on Twitter at @advisors_team, or let's get into Discord. I really want this Discord to be popping. I want this Discord to be popping by the start of MLB season. So we got a couple of weeks to go, and I really, really want to make the Discord the place to be all day. I want you guys to help each other out. I want to help you out as well. So we move on to the next two teams. This one, we'll see. Luka is questionable. He has had an ankle injury, and he's been questionable every single game, and he's still putting up 70+ every single game. My pause on this is he is 12,200. So, and if you've been here before, basically for cash games, if you play cash, you need at least, on average, every player 7 to 7.5 times value. On tournaments, it's basically 8.5 times value. So you need to take Doncic here at 12,200. And let's just say 7.5. He basically needs to get 91.5. Now, he's most likely not going to do that, but he still averages 70, and you can find some value. That'll help out. So that is kind of the thought process when you're building your lineups. If it is against Detroit, they have been staying into some games, but if this is a blowout on Dallas' side, they're going to pull Luka out and give him rest. So maybe if you don't want to pay it for Luka, you're probably getting about 70 out of him unless it's a massive blowout. He doesn't play like the third quarter or more. Kyrie would be one that I'd look at. Cunningham, I do like. Simone, I like. Mr. Fonte is what we call him here. Those are guys that we like. You want to get a little bit lower. Derek Jones, Maxi Kleber, Exum, I don't mind. We did Evan Fournier a couple of nights ago. He got us 12 fantasy points when we used him. Did not work out. Probably not on him either. Sasser would be, we'll kind of wait to see if any value opens up. He's been hit or miss as well. So I'm scared of this game being a blowout. But if someone's going to score, I think it's going to be Luka. I think it's going to be Kyrie, Cunningham. It's going to be all the top guys. PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, I'm okay with there. I think probably Fonte might be as low as I would go here and feel confident about that. Boston Phoenix, I think this is going to be a good game. I look forward to this game. Durant, obviously going to be a stud, especially if Booker is out. That would open up a lot. Value-wise for Boston, we've got, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both questionable. But Tatum is probable, and Brown is questionable. It's just a bruise. He's played through it, so I fully expect them to play. Those are the guys you're looking at. But I would pivot to like a Royce O'Neal, an Eric Gordon. Depending on how the game goes, maybe a Peyton Pritchard. The minutes have not been there really for Peyton. Probably off of Peyton, actually. Bull. I've had a couple of people DM me and ask about Bull. You never know what you're going to get out of him. He played 16 minutes against Toronto, put up 23.5 fantasy points at 3,900. But then the games before that, 10.5, 2.75, 13. He's probably not in my wheelhouse. I wouldn't go that low. The lowest I would probably go here would be Eric Gordon at 4,000. It's still crazy to see Al Horford at 4,700. I remember when he was very expensive. But yeah, I mean, the big guys, Tatum being in there, obviously it's going to be a good one. I think Kevin Durant is at one of the top options in this game. Nurkic, I'd look at. Brad Beal, looks like he's healthy, looks like he's getting those minutes. That's where I would go there. But Royce O'Neal, I've got a soft spot for Royce O'Neal right now. He's made us some money lately, for sure. San Antonio, Golden State, Wembanyama, how long is he out for? So they're hoping he's back by Monday. Was out Thursday, going to be out Saturday. So he is out. Curry is also out for the extended period. So that will open up value here. So like a Chris Paul. Chris Paul makes, man, they've priced him up. Damn, they priced him up. I would have loved him at his $5,600 price tag. They've got him up to $6,400, but I mean, with Curry being out, I think we could see Chris Paul playing the minutes, maybe get that value there. Clay would look good. Podziemski looks good because Curry is out. Moses Moody will be a cheaper option. Malachi Branham, we used him the other day. He did okay. Actually, no, we did use him. We used him on the 7th, and he went for 35.25 and 4,200. But we used him on Fanduel instead of DraftKings. But he came through for us. I think looking at him as a cheaper option, 4,400, I don't mind Malachi Branham again. I like him better now that Wembanyama's out. So he is out. That really gives me a little bit of, I would pay down for Branham. I would pay down for Moses Moody. Probably as low as I would go there. So yeah, I mean, the big guys, Chris Paul, Draymond, Devin Vassell, like all these guys are great, but you want to find some value. Branham and Moody are going to be the value plays in this Golden State San Antonio matchup. Utah, Denver. Jokic is questionable. Most likely will play. Mark Cannon is out. Murray makes sense. Obviously, if Jokic somehow is out of this game, it makes sense that a lot of value will open up. But fully expect him to play. Taylor Hendricks also being out opens up other value for Utah. So Chris Dunn at 4,500. Talon Horton Tucker a little bit. We used Luke the other night, 11.75, really screwed us over. I don't think I'd go back to the well with him. I just don't trust him enough. I think it's basically Chris Dunn and up for me in this lineup. And we're kind of waiting on news for Jokic, but I fully expect him to play. Keontae George at 6,700 with the questionable tag. Was ill, but he should be good. But again, you're looking, he played 6 minutes, left ill, and 2.25. They have priced him up to 6,700 though, which is crazy, but it's a great matchup for him. So kind of wait for the news. I think Keontae George will play. I think he makes a good play today. Then we look at Toronto, Portland. Simons, I'm looking at Emmanuel Quickley. I was all over him the other night. I absolutely have Emmanuel Quickley again. But look how many people are out in this game. Jeremy Grant, Brogdon, Ayton, Scoot Henderson, Jabari Walker, Bruce Brown. So many people are out. But we look at Simons. I love him. I love Emmanuel Quickley. Kelly Olynyk. I'm all over Olynyk with all these players out. Gary Trent Jr. You want to go lower, Duop Reith. So they have priced him up to 5,500. We were using him when he was at 3,200 and it was working out. They have priced him up, but he's in a good matchup here. I feel confident about him as well as a value-ish type option on today's slate. So there's the breakdown of the players on some of the teams, some of the plays that we like. Now it's time to build a lineup. So what we're going to do is we're going to use one of our tools, and this is a tool we've used multiple times. This is our NBA points allowed by position tool. Now, this takes into effect, these are the defenses, and these are the fantasy points they have given up to each position. So some of these lineups that we've been building lately have been absolutely fire, and you guys can come and attest to that. Anyone that's new to this video or new to the channel as of this video, this is one way to build a lineup. We have multiple ways to do it. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is the website. This hopefully will open your eyes on a different way to build a lineup. Not the only way. Most nights, make 10, 15, 20 lineups. This is one of those ways to build a lineup. And it's not foolproof. It has its ups and downs, but this is just a lot of people, and I've asked for feedback. If there are certain things you want to see in these videos, you got to let me know. So let's build a DraftKings lineup looking at this information. So Phoenix Suns give up the most. It's going to be very close. It's going to be between Phoenix and Washington, up and down. Phoenix at the moment gives up 55.4 fantasy points. The Wizards give up 55.3. So you can't really go wrong in this matchup. But again, the Wizards are not playing today. Phoenix is playing today. So we're looking at Boston point guard to who has a great matchup. So Derek White, 6,100, got a great matchup here. Coming off the minutes, we know the minutes that are coming off of him. We see that he hasn't had the best couple of games in a row. He's gone down in price. I think we could pounce on that one today. So Derek White at this price, at this matchup, has the best point guard matchup on the slate. So I feel confident about that. It's kind of just looking at that and building. Again, not the only way to build a lineup, one way to build a lineup. Move to shooting guard. Washington, Atlanta, Utah. So, obviously, Washington and Atlanta aren't playing today. We are looking at Utah, so that is Denver. We are looking at shooting guard for Denver, who has the best matchup on this slate. KCP at 4,700. Game log wise, and this is why sometimes this is not foolproof. Some of these players are multi-position eligibility, and they might not be playing like shooting guard that day. So just that is why it's not 100% foolproof. Like we've got Christian Braun, the minutes they've fluctuated. So have the fantasy points. I wouldn't trust him. He's also a shooting guard and small forward. So I would go KCP at 4,700 because, again, you're not paying up. There's not like a huge selection of paying up today. Overall, like if you're paying up, obviously Luka, Jokic, these guys are. Durant's probably the one that I feel the most confident about paying up for. But I think Jokic is a triple-double threat every single day. You really never know what he's going to give you. But then you got small forward, Washington, Utah again. Utah gives up the most to the small forward. So we're looking at Denver again. Michael Porter Jr., Braun, I don't trust. Holiday, I don't trust. So I'm looking at Michael Porter Jr. So we look at him, and again, you put him in there, and you could still average 6,500 throughout the rest of your lineup. Power forward, we look at Utah again. Power forward against Utah is Denver. Aaron Gordon fits that bill. The minutes have been there, but he's had some ish games. They've dropped him down. So this kind of just looking like a Denver stack. Again, I make multiple lineups. This is not the only lineup I go with. And once we get through, maybe we mix and match and change up some other plays once we get through there. So as you can see, Washington gives up the most to centers. San Antonio is right behind him, and Wembanyama is out in this one. So it's going to open up some value here for Golden State. Do you think it's going to be Draymond Green? Do you think he has a good game? Coming off a 50-burger against Chicago, played 33 minutes in that game. It was a close game that they ended up losing. He only made one three-pointer, but he filled the stat sheet. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Had a triple-double there. Not saying he'll get one here. Just seeing if he has played San Antonio this year. I kind of wanted to see if he's had success. And it would have been with Wemby in it. Okay, so Draymond has not. And he just talked trash. Not trash, but said that Wemby would not win Defensive Player of the Year, whether or not he will or not. But Draymond's in a great spot at 6,800. I'm kind of liking this one here. So even throwing him in there, we can still average 6,600 for a guard, a forward, and a utility spot. So if you want to just come back through here, or we can just go through here, go to all games, and just look at 6,600. See if any of these players jumped out at us. We talked about value plays today, right? So if we come down to value plays, Branham, I think Malachi at 4,400. I'm going to throw him in as my guard. Now we're at 7,700 the rest of the way. I like that. So we look at forward. Let's just take a look at forward at around 7,700, which puts us at Porzingis, Michael Bridges, John Collins. We didn't even talk about John Collins. We look at him. See if he's played Denver this year. I may have overlooked. No, back on the 10th, put up 29.5. He was 5,300. Now he's 7,300. His price has come up quite a bit. Kuminga in this matchup, I think, could be in store for a good game. With Curry being out last time, his price 7,000, give or take. Coming off back-to-back 35-plus games. Kelly Olynyk is in a good spot here. Not the best matchup against Phoenix, but just kind of looking. Power forward to center. Let's just say he's a power forward, and we want to see how Portland has done against power forwards. Portland is down here, giving up an average of 47.9, which would be perfect for him. So yeah, I'm going to put Kelly Olynyk in there. And then that allows us 8,700 for utility. I'm going to go with my man, Kyrie. So Kyrie, I think, has a good game against Detroit. If things get out of hand and Lucas sits because he's not 100%, I'm okay with that being Kyrie. So that's just one lineup for DraftKings. One way to do it, multiple ways to skin a cat, as they say. We're going to lock that in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a FanDuel one real quick. FanDuel is a little bit different because you have two positions, or two players at each position, but that's completely fine. So we look at this. Phoenix gives up the most. Washington gives up the second most. So Phoenix against the point guard. It's Boston. It's Derek White again. It could be Drew Holiday. You could look at Drew Holiday. Game log wise, not the best. At 6,800 has had a couple of. At 6,800, he really hasn't hit value much. Derek White at 7,400. I want to take him. So then we look at here. It'd be Utah. Be the next one. So Utah, it'd be Denver players at point guard. Jamal Murray, you could be looking at. Jamal Murray. Let's get rid of Boston Phoenix. So Murray or down here to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson would save you money at 4,800. Has not really had that good of a game here. So I'm going to go with Jamal Murray. And then we're going to move to the shooting guard position. Wizards, Utah. Again, we're getting into that little, okay, shooting guard, Denver. So it's going to have that kind of feel. But we look at this, and you can see Utah gives up an average of 45.7. But with shooting guard, it really just depends. KCP, again, at 5,000 would be good. I'd probably go with KCP again. But the second shooting guard, who are we looking at? Atlanta, Detroit. So, shooting guard for Dallas. It's Kyrie. Kyrie brings it up here again. Tim Hardaway could be another one at 4,800. I don't trust him enough. I'd rather go Kyrie here at 9,500. Again, though, when you pay up this price, you can see with both Jamal Murray and Kyrie, it's getting a little dicey being 5,900, so that's where you got to find that value throughout the day to feel confident when you build a lineup like this. So that's why I tell you this is only one way to build. So small forward, Washington, Utah, Toronto. So I don't want to stack Denver too much, so let's look at Portland shooting guard. Anthony Simons you'd look at. Has Rupert done anything? Not bad. I mean, he's getting minutes. He could be a value option. Ray and Rupert here. 3,700. Again, you're looking for 7 times value. You're looking, give or take, 24, 25 fantasy points. He hasn't hit it this year, so I don't know if I'd look at him. He's let us down last time, left hurt. I played 23 minutes and then left hurt, 10.5. Don't trust that. Brogdon being out, Simons at 8,200. We're not really able to build this way. So let's continue down the list and look. Golden State is here. They're giving up 46.5, so that would be San Antonio shooting guard. Branham at 5,300. We can't. Oh, no, we got to go small forward. Sorry. With small forward, Kuminga, Podziemski at 6,200 is right around what we need. Or no, we're looking at the opposite side. We're looking at Keldon Johnson. We're looking at Champagny. I'd probably go Keldon Johnson here for sure. And then another small forward, Dallas, we are looking against Dallas. We're looking at Detroit. So, Oscar Thompson at 6,500. Fonte at 4,900. I'm going to take Fonte because I already talked about that when we built a lineup or when we looked through. I really like me some Fonte on this one. So now we're at power forward. We're averaging 6,300 the rest of the way through. Utah gives up the most on FanDuel. So that's Denver power forward. Michael Porter at 6,700, right around there. Peyton Watson. Is he getting minutes? He's not bad. 4,600. That's not power forward. I don't like how they keep changing it. Michael Porter at 6,700. Aaron Gordon at 6,600. Right near each other. Basically, these two are doing about the same. But I think I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon in this one. Save $100 and we still average 6,100 throughout the rest of it. So then we're looking at Charlotte. They're playing Brooklyn. So Brooklyn power forward would be, with Cam Johnson being out, Dorian Finney-Smith open up at 5,300. I don't mind him. We used him the other night and it came through for us. So now 7,000 for a center. So we look at all, and you could just look. We can see center position. Washington gives up the most. San Antonio gives up the second most. San Antonio's playing Golden State. Draymond here is 7,000. That would fit the bill right there. Or we could just look at all centers and see what fits the bill around them. So Zach Collins on the other side of that. Kelly Olynyk against Portland. You save 300. Daniel Gafford. Like I said, I don't mind him. Duop Reith. Price has gone up. I'm probably going with Draymond, though. Again, you don't have to use all of your salary. In this instance, we did use the salary. So, Derek White, Jamal Murray, KCP, Kyrie, Keldon Johnson, Simone Fonte. We've got Aaron Gordon, DFS guru Dorian Finney-Smith, and Draymond. Got him. All of them there. We did use full lineup. That is a lineup. Let's lock it in. And let's call it a night. So, that being said, that is just one way to build a lineup. Check out everything we have on the website. If you want to have part of our giveaways, make sure you leave a like on this video. 150 likes, we will give away 3 lifetime passes. So, that's what I've got. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!